So my name is Austin Campbell. I'm 24 years old, from Denver, Colorado. Currently, I'm a fly fishing guide at the Fly Fisher Guide Service up at Lincoln Hills, and then also helped start a company called Diverse Talent, which is an executive search and placement firm. Well, I grew up in Kansas, and then we actually moved out to Denver when I was in I think second grade. So that's kind of where all my memories and such are. My brother and I have always been in the outdoors since we were young. It was really a big push that our family always did back in Kansas, getting us out on the farm, doing different activities, whether it's looking for mushrooms or fishing or camping, hiking, really anything. They really wanted us to be a part of that. As my brother and I have kind of grown older, the one thing that we really wanted to do was figure out something that we could do together and also have a great time. And I think that's fly fishing. When we were younger, we were always running in creeks, doing just different things. And so this was a thing that we could kind of do while we're older and still be in those streams, running around, looking at different things. But really the time that we've spent together out there is just a time for us just to relax and kind of just check in and see what's going on in each other's lives. The whole time, we're out there, what we want to do is, just enjoy the day. Catching fish is important, but really just enjoying yourself and having a good time and connecting with nature is more important for me. So. So I think fly fishing is it's an amazing activity that gets you outside, but it's not always that way for people. Like with being a person of color, especially, I think it's really an interesting it's an interesting industry and a sport to get into.
Oh, just up front, off that edge. That's gonna go right. There's some nice water on them. Just keep hitting the banks, dude. Yeah.
We had to go against the flow, but it's always been like that for any person of color. They're always going against the flow. And so, that being said, we've been out here doing these sports, doing these activities, and there's been not a lot of light that's been shed on it. And so, it may look like, it's like we're new to this, but, we're not. Like, we've been out here doing it for years. Two, 3 years ago, diversity, equity, inclusion wasn't really on the radar, and so there were still, people of color out there fly fishing for years, but really no light was shown onto them because of, access, and typically, those individuals as like an industry looks at it, is like they can't afford to, like fly fish or get out into nature. As some things never change, we really need to work on being able to educate, those around us, whether that education is, DEI focused and allowing people to be more inclusive, but then also tying that to just nature, just allowing nature to still be wild. I think just being able to recognize that there's more people on the earth, and more people want to be in the outdoors, but at the same time, how do we also really just preserve it? So for years down the line, our kids can still come out here and connect on the river. Some of the best moments in my life have been in the outdoors, whether that be with my brother floating, fishing, our extended family, with friends, has really been in the wild. Having that time to connect with nature and relax is really important. Really everybody needs to do their part, as we're all part of the problem, to really come together and just keep the outdoors wild. Water's still really low. I actually should have just told you those spots either. It's probably not the best thing to do. All right.